Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, January 30th. We're going to talk about a special kind of medicine today, something that we all have within our power to administer to ourselves, and that is exercise, right? And I want to introduce you to Dr. Mary Dohrmann, who is the director of the Cardiology Clinic and Cardiac Rehab at University of Missouri. Good to have you here.
I'm delighted to be here.
When you walked in today, that's how you described exercise. You said it is medicine, right?
Well, exercise is medicine, and without it, we have more disease and more difficulty recovering from the problems we do develop in life. So if I could write a prescription for any one person, all ages, doesn't matter what problems you have, physical activity and exercise really is preventative, and in some circumstances, I think curative.
Cures it?
Well, if you think of things like depression, sleep disorders, weight management, high blood pressure, all of those things are improved with exercise.
Right. As far as the mood swings, too, it releases endorphins, right, that
Absolutely.
make us feel better.
Yeah.
How do we know when we're getting enough exercise? If we think we're exercising, how do we know it's enough, or we're just kind of fooling ourselves?
Well, I think that in modern life we're tending to sit more, and honestly, I think sitting is almost like not doing everything you can to enjoy life. So getting up, moving around, getting in your steps is one thing. That's the movement aspect. But then there's strength. So you have to be strong, and then you have to be able to endure. So you need really all three.
Okay.
You need to be up and moving. Then you need to build up your muscles, and then you need to use them to endure. And the approximate time you'd want to be exercising is about 30 minutes every other day, about 150 minutes a week for literally everybody.
You don't have to do it every day.
Not necessarily.
30 minutes every other day. But if you do it 30 minutes a day, that's even better.
Absolutely. So the more, the better. Actually, if you exercise more rigorously, so that you're maybe exercising 300 minutes a week instead of 150 minutes, you get double the benefit.
Yeah. Going for a nice 1.5 mile, 2 mile walk, that's good.
Movement is great, getting steps is great, but you want to gauge it by are you able to walk and talk? So just very mild breathlessness as you're out there.
Okay, so you want to work, and you want to work up to that, right?
Absolutely. And This is what I recommend for the older individual who hasn't exercised in a long time, is build your muscles first. Even chair exercises help. And do what you can. Not everyone can get out there walking rigorously, and even people who are homebound and chair-bound can chair exercise and shadow box and dance in your chair.
You're never too old.
Never too old.
Never too old to exercise. Doctor, thank you so much. If people want more information on this, what's the best place to go?
Well, I think that the MU Healthcare website is very helpful. But in terms of cardiac rehab, the number is 882-4283, and we'd be glad to answer questions about exercise.
That's very nice. All right. But remember, the important thing is to get out and even if you got snow on the ground, if you can't get out, walk around the house.
Yeah, or dance in your chair.
All right. But be careful shoveling that snow if you haven't done it for a while.
Absolutely.
Okay. Dr. Mary Dohrmann, thank you so much for University Healthcare. All right, now I want to introduce you to two students from Hickman High School. They are starring in a production called Dearly Beloved, and it's kind of a comedy, right? I've got Zoe Bellman and Margan Miller with us. Good to have both of you here, ladies. Now, Dearly Beloved is almost like a production that I saw this summer called Dearly Departed, right? It's written by the same author. But what is Dearly Beloved about?
Dearly Beloved takes place in Fayro, Texas. And it centers around a wedding that just goes horribly wrong.
Okay.
It's just one bad thing after another. But there's also a lot of drama centering around the family. The three sisters, the Few Trail sisters, Frankie, Twink, and Honey Ray, are I'm kind of the estranged estranged sister.
You are the estranged sister?
I am the estranged
Aw.
sister. But it's kind of my fault, but
It's
so
your
there's-
fault that you're estranged.
yeah.
But are
pretty
you
much.
trying to get back with the family?
Yes.
And
I
are the
am.
other two sisters welcoming you back?
No.
Oh, shame on you.
Not at first. But there's also drama happening between the groom's mother and the bride's mother, which is Frankie. Because Patsy Price, the groom's mother, is very high class. She kind of runs Fayro, Texas society
And the
whatnot.
groom's mother is not.
She doesn't like Tina Jo, which is the bride. She doesn't
Yeah.
like her. She thinks she's trashy, which is
Oh, my. Oh,
Yeah.
well, this is almost like a daytime soap opera also.
Oh, yeah.
very much so. Very
Is
much
that true?
Yes.
With a comical twist to it. Mm-hmm. So how many people do you have in the production?
So. Oh goodness, 40.
40?
Maybe.
Yeah,
like in all
40
with the
students
tech,
with
the
tech. And with tech and cast together.
Yeah.
I think there's about 11 cast members, including understudies.
So is this fun to do?
Oh, it's a lot of work, but it's pretty fun. It
So
pays
people
off.
listening or watching, why should they come out to see this production at Hickman High School?
It's a really good time. Like there's a lot of physical comedy. There's also drama, and there's just flat out verbal comedy and ironic comedy. So there's a lot of things playing into the show. So it's not just one thing. You're not just coming there to see a whole show that's based around physical
Right.
comedy. So
Is this a difficult show to do as far as learning your lines or does it come natural?
no,
Learning the lines is a little difficult for us, mostly because not only do we have to learn the lines, but we have to learn the lines in a Southern accent.
Uh-huh.
And
So
then,
how is your Southern accent?
Oh, do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let me hear your Southern
Okay,
accent.
so my Southern accent is kind of, it comes a little more natural to me because I've got family down in Texas, which is where the play is set.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm able to just kind of like go right into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, wait a minute. Are you the ritzy one? Are you on the ritzy side of the family?
No, actually, I'm kind of thrifty.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, it is Dearly Beloved. It's at Hickman High School, and it opens on January 31st, right?
Yeah.
And how long do you run?
3 days, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. are
Okay,
our
at
days.
Hickman High School, and people can get tickets at the doors if they like. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, ladies, so much for coming by. We're out of time for today, but appreciate having you here.
Thank
okay?
you.
Bye-bye.